Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to this episode of Astros Baseball. On this episode, we are going to talk about the Astros and the Red Series. Very, very weird series, but it's a series win, and I'll take it any day. And I'm going to keep using this line. By we, I mean Stadium Steffi and myself. Steffi, what's up, buddy?
What up, friend? I just got back from the game with my mama, which was
Wow.
amazing. Happy Mother's Day to all the mamas out there. Hope you all had an amazing day. Hope you were celebrated because moms are top tier and we appreciate you. And I got to spend the entire game with my mama, and we had the best time, and it all ended. Like Rob said, with the series win.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
pretty solid Sunday in my book, if you ask me.
So neither one of us live in the same city as our
We
mother,
don't.
but
I
we
know.
both spent all day with our moms.
I love that for us.
Me and my mom woke up earlier than my wife, and we just sat around and did stuff. Then we went to church, and then we went to eat. So we went to this one place that's not always busy because we got to find somewhere to eat on Mother's Day because it's so busy.
Yeah,
And
of
so we went
course.
to this place in Helotes. I don't know if anybody listening has
Oh,
ever heard of that.
I do know of Helotes.
And if you keep driving, so we were in Helotes, and I was like, "Y'all want to go to Bandera?" So we
Oh,
just drove to
fancy.
Bandera. We drove to
Love
Bandera,
that.
turned around, and drove back home. It's
Beautiful. We
beautiful.
love
It's a beautiful
Bandera.
drive. So
Beautiful.
happy
We love
Mother's
that.
Day to everyone and my wife. You're a mother too. You're just not my mother. And me and my mom didn't have El Tiempo margaritas like somebody else and their
Um,
mother.
that might be why we're here at 7 and not 2 hours ago. Is because your girl did have some El Tiempos with her
Oh,
mama.
no.
But you
See?
know what? It was a great night. We had a good time, and mama was happy. So that's all that matters.
Mm. You know where I'm going tomorrow?
Where?
There's a place called the Dark Side Pizza, and it's a Star Wars themed
Oh.
pizza place, and I'm gonna be there tomorrow. It's in Bernie.
As you should.
I'm
That
going to.
sounds
I took
phenomenal. I love
tomorrow
that for
off.
you. Beautiful,
I
especially
took
after your working nights.
Yeah.
My goodness.
My
We
mom is here
love.
for 2 weeks. I took both Mondays off, and then the next Monday's a holiday. So 3
Even
three-day
better.
weekends in a row with mama.
Oh, beautiful. We love time with mama. Fully endorsed time with your moms.
Yep,
If you got them, if you still have your mama around, spend time with her.
you
We
should.
endorse.
So, no segue to the mom here, but Altuve, got on the, IL for his hamstring. He said he feels better, but you cannot rush a hammy. Don't
No,
rush a
you
ham when you're cooking it, and don't rush a hammy when it's injured.
absolutely. No, I mean, I would rather them take their time with this situation and make sure that he's fully feeling 100%. Make sure he's ready to go. Make sure he can hustle out every single ball that he hits, you know? So
Yeah.
take your time, Altuve. Get back, be 100%. Feel good, man.
I was on the injured list for about 5 minutes. 'Cause I kicked my toe on the bottom of the bed, and I was dying. I face first on the
Oh,
floor,
man.
borderline tears, and it sucked.
Oh,
It hurt
that
bad.
rough
But your
times,
boy's
man.
here. Your boy's here.
Well, I'm glad you're back and you were not put on the IL for
Oh,
multiple
yeah.
days. I don't think I could handle another show by myself. I'd cry.
So speaking of amazing people, Hunter Brown started game 1. DeCenzo had an
There's the
RBI
segue. We love it.
I'm a Segue king.
You really
DeCenzo
are.
drove in
We love it.
Walker. Pena had a ground out. Roger scored, and then Paredes had an RBI single. Those happened in the second and the fifth. The Reds could not score because Hunter Brown is a stud, and we win
Oh,
3-0. Hunter Brown, 5 2/3, 2 hits, no runs, 4 walks, and 9 strikeouts, almost solidifying his place with the Ramshirts pitcher of the series. But wait till we get to game 3.
wait till we get to game 3.
Oh my God.
Hunter Brown
Oh my
was
God.
just phenomenal as always. I mean, to say that this guy is an ace in waiting is just an insult at this point. This man is an absolute ace. He is, I mean, we might have to put a content warning, but he is pitching his ass off, this
Wow.
man. I know. I know. I'm so sorry. I apologize to the people. Apologies. But no, this man is just so good. 9 strikeouts, 2 hits. I mean, 5 and what, 2/3
Yeah.
innings pitched? I mean, Hunter has just solidified his place as an ace on this team at this point. It's undeniable how great this guy is when he's on the mound. When he's on the mound, you feel so confident in this team getting a win. Like, he is that guy right now, and it
Yeah.
is just I mean, you can't deny that situation at this point. Hunter Brown is ace worthy. He is that guy. Hunter Brown is the moment,
Yeah.
and he is doing everything to put this team on his back. I mean, you sit here and you think about how he watched Justin Verlander pitch growing up. He idolized Justin Verlander growing up. And he is becoming that same caliber of pitcher game by game because he is just dominant. And you see his confidence on the mound, and it is incredible to see. And he is just again, Hunter Brown is the moment right now. Hunter
Yes.
Brown is it. And he's consistent, and I every time Hunter Brown comes to the mound, I feel confident that we are going to come away with the win. If we're on a losing streak, I'm like, "Oh, Hunter Brown pitches tomorrow, we're going to be fine. We're going
Yeah.
to get it tomorrow.
I
It's
agree with
fine."
you.
He is that guy.
He's 6-1 with a 1.48 ERA.
Insane.
The Astros have 20 wins. 6 of them. I don't know if he has a no decision. I'd have to look that up. But 6 of the wins of the 20 are wins by Hunter Brown.
Yeah, Hunter is just again, he's putting the team on his back, and when he is going to be on the mound, you feel like your team is in such a good position to win. And you can't say that with every pitcher who is in that starting rotation right now.
Mhm.
Everyone else is has a little bit of those inconsistency issues, but Hunter Brown is not one of those people.
Yep.
And you love that when Hunter Brown comes to pitch, you feel confident in what these guys are going to bring to the table.
Yeah. So foreshadowing, well, besides that, the bullpen didn't give up any runs either. But
Oh,
foreshadowing,
phenomenal.
we had 2 amazing shutout pitching games
Incredible.
and then the weirdest, craziest game ever, and that's what we're gonna talk about in a few seconds, but Paredes had an RBI, Pena drove one in, DeCenzo drove one in, Altuve and Walker and Diaz all got 2 hits. The Astros had 12 hits, and they only scored 3 runs because they were 3 for 12 with runners in scoring position. They left 9 on base. So luckily, Hunter Brown's starting that game. If somebody else is pitching and they give up 3 runs, you don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, that would be a tie, but I mean, they would still somebody would play to the league of 4, but it changes the whole thing. I mean, if you don't and the bullpen did awesome too. So if you pitch, you don't allow anybody to score, you're probably gonna win almost every one of those games.
It's fair. Exactly.
Amazing
Love it.
baseball insight, folks.
If you don't let people score, you might win.
Yeah. If you score more than the other team, you're gonna win the game. That's all
I
I
know.
know. Hey, we got to chat
Shocking.
before we go to game 2. Let's see.
It is our Cubs friend, Will Stradamus. Hi, friend. How are you? And
Thank
also,
you.
we love that we have Cubs friends
We
supporting
do.
the chat and supporting the stream. We love it.
Oh, yeah.
Always.
We went to a antique store, and they had this really cool Cubs thing, but I'm not a Cubs fan, so I didn't buy it. But it looked
Mm,
pretty old, and it was pretty cool.
love that.
Speaking of old, just kidding. Game 2, Lance McCullers Jr. pitched, and here's the first inning because he was 4 2/3 scoreless innings in his debut. Walk, hit by pitch, 3-run homer, and that probably had to have rocked him. Then he walked 2 more guys, RBI single, an RBI double, and he's out. The Astros are down 5-0. Lance McCullers Jr. a third of an inning. I'm not even going to talk bad about him. He's been out for a long time. This just happens. This kind of game happened to Spencer Arrighetti last year. So
100%.
it happens, folks.
The thing is, Lance is coming off of not pitching at home in a major league game in almost 3 years. That comes with, first of all, some stresses. That comes with some growing pains. That comes with a lot of just trying to get back in it. He is probably not going to be the Lance McCullers that we had almost 3 years ago in the World Series. It's going to take some time, and that's okay. I mean, look at the inconsistencies in the starting rotation currently. Like having a guy who barely had his first start last week have a rough game, that happens.
Yeah.
But the most incredible thing about this game is that we were down 10-0 in the first inning, and this team did not let that
Mm-mm.
define them. They changed their approach at the plate. They were a lot more patient. They waited on pitches. They got the walks when they need them. And this game, shockingly, when it started 10-0 in the first inning, was still a very winnable game for this team. Now, did
Yeah.
we didn't end up obviously taking advantage of some of those opportunities, which is something we've seen quite a bit from this team, and I think that that in itself is where some of those inconsistencies lie. But this team didn't take those 10 runs and say, "Oh yeah, game's over. Like let's pack it in and call it a day and move
Yeah.
on to the next one." No, it was such a fun game. I mean, I was there yesterday, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I sat there and told one of my friends, "Maybe this is a game I'm gonna leave a little early." And I think
Wow.
I mean,
It
and
happens.
I'm not one of those people because
Yeah.
but also too, sometimes I get tired and your girl's like, "Imma be at 6 games in a row, so maybe
Yeah.
this is the game that I decide to go home early." But, I decided, "You know what? No, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna see what happens." There's still a lot of game to be played, and the Astros made it such a fun one. The crowd was in it. The people were excited when we got those 6 runs in what was it? I think the, 3rd inning,
Yeah.
the crowd was so
Yeah.
hyped. They were in it, they were excited. Like, you wouldn't have known that we were down 10-0 in the
Yeah.
first inning had you seen that crowd. It was incredible, and this team didn't act like we were down 10-0. And I think that's one of the best things about this team is they don't ever feel like they're out of a game. And granted, we still lost it, and that's
Yeah.
okay because we're not going to win every single game. But that game, they made it fun, they made it exciting. They had men on base. Did we take advantage of the opportunity? No. And that sucks. But at the same time, they made it fun for the people that were in the stands. And I, for one, was thinking we were gonna make the craziest comeback of all time and
It
win
would
this
have been.
thing. It would have been insane, and it would have been amazing, but they made it fun, and I love that about this team is that just again, because they're down 10-0 in the first inning, it doesn't feel like it's an unwinnable situation, and
Yeah.
that in itself shows the makeup and the culture of this team and who they are as people.
Pretty sure being there live to see that 6-run third had to have been super fun. Let's see, the Astros lose 13-9 after being down 10-0. That's amazing.
Insane.
JP3 went 3 for 6. He drove in 2. Paredes went 2 for 4. He drove in 1. Yainer Diaz 2 for 4. He drove in 2. And Victor Caratini he went 3 for 5 and he drove in 2. The Astros had 9 runs on 14 hits. And you know how we always say that? If I told you
I know.
there's two of them here. If I told you the Astros gave up 10 runs in the first inning, and I told you I stayed for the whole game and it was one of the funnest games of the year, you wouldn't believe me.
You wouldn't.
Yeah.
You wouldn't at all.
And if I told you the Astros scored 9 runs on 14 hits, you would say, well, that's a win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It was a
5
great
for 13
again,
RISP.
I know, and we left
11
so many men on base,
double
which
digit.
again, double digits of men left on base, so there was plenty of opportunity. Astros didn't capitalize, but again,
Yeah.
the fact that they made it such a fun game even after being down as rough as they were in that first inning, They didn't act like they were out of it. And I
Yeah.
think that in itself is a huge win. Again, it shows the makeup of the culture of this team, that just because we're down doesn't mean we're out. We're still going to play hard. We're still going to try and make something happen.
Yeah. So Lance McCullers Jr.'s ERA is 15.75, but he can get that down.
100%.
He can get it down. I have faith in him.
100%.
We
I
didn't talk about this beforehand,
We
but we
didn't.
both felt the same way about Lance McCullers. Like, who knows? People tuning in, they probably think we're gonna rip him. I haven't seen it on Astros or anything, but I saw a few things that he was receiving death threats.
Disgusting.
That is
Like,
stupid
not even him, his family, and his daughters, who are children.
because he
It
gave up 10 runs.
Like, honestly, like, touch grass, babes. Like, I'm
God.
sorry. Like, that if you are that type of person and you follow me on any sort
Yeah,
of social media, unfollow immediately. I don't wanna be associated with you. That's disgusting.
it
This
is.
is a game. If you sat there and had people send you death threats every day that you had a bad day at your job, you'd probably feel a little bit different.
Yeah.
But if you're one of those people and you're an apologist of people who do those kinds of things and exhibit those kind of behaviors, like, don't follow me. Don't be my friend. I don't need those types of people in my life, cuz the people I know that this is a game. They know that this is a very small subset of small parts of our lives, and it's his job. You think he's happy about having a rough day at his job?
Yeah.
No, especially after he fought as hard as he has to get back to where he is and to even be on the mound after he thought maybe it was never going to happen again. I remember seeing him again. I've brought this up like 20,000 times. Seeing him in spring training and seeing his first outing where he had 1 inning to pitch, and the weight of just you could see just the weight lift off his shoulders of, hey, I finally did it. I finally got back out there. And again, if you're one of those people, again, first of all, touch grass because you need to. Maybe get some help if you're sending death threats to a child who has nothing to do with the situation. Like, be better. If you're someone who claims to be a fan, be
Yeah.
better.
It's a game that is
It's
played
a
for our
game.
entertainment.
Yeah,
We're very passionate. We're very passionate fans. Like, I can
100%.
lose my cool watching the game if we're in the playoffs and we
Yeah.
do something dumb, but I'm not gonna get on here and knock our guys because they're doing
Also,
things none of us listening to this podcast can do.
exactly. And
We're
yeah,
worse than the worst person that's ever played in Major League Baseball.
exactly. And people who wanna excuse it by saying, "Oh, you want me to feel bad for someone who gets paid millions of dollars?" Like, you're the one who is helping to pay them millions of dollars by
That's
watching.
correct. That's
Like,
correct.
we are the people who are helping to fund these players and fund these games. So, like, remember these people are human,
Yep.
and no one deserves that kind of behavior. It's disgusting. It's abhorrent. Like, don't be that guy. Just don't.
Don't. All right. I had a good segue, but you kept going. I can't remember what I was gonna say.
Anyway,
You said
so
something about
on to game
watching.
three.
You said something about watching. So we're gonna take a break, and you guys just keep on watching. We'll be right back. Actually, you're gonna
There
be
we go.
listening, but whatever.
Probably.
We'll be right back
Close
with
enough.
more Astros baseball. All right, folks, we're back, and it's time to talk about Game 3, which could be the decider in the picture of the series, but we'll find that out. Um, I don't know if we're giving a shirt away this month, but I'm pretty sure we are. So send the emails in. You got
Send
the
'em.
email. Game 3, Ronel Blanco. Here's the offensive highlights. Yainer Diaz, who has turned his whole season around. I think he's hitting 246, and the dude was hitting like 80. Yainer
Insane.
Diaz is back.
He is back, baby, and we love to see it.
4 home runs already.
4 home runs.
And then Christian
Love
Walker had
it.
a sac fly and a RBI single. Christian Walker and Yainer Diaz show 6-0.
Beautiful.
That was the final. And I haven't even talked about Ronel Blanco yet.
You haven't even talked about him. Not
All right.
once.
All right, you guys ready for this? If you
Are
didn't
you
watch the
ready?
game and you're just listening because you were out with your mom all day, Ronel
As you
Blanco.
should be, to be honest.
Yeah, it's fine. I didn't watch the game. I was with my mom all day. 8 innings. Well, I do have it on my Sirius XM radio. So 8 innings, 2 hits, 0 runs, only 1 walk, and 11 strikeouts. He's now 3-3 with a 4.04 ERA. 8 innings and no runs. And I don't know how much he took off of his ERA. He might have taken the whole point off of it. I don't know.
Honestly, today at the game, I was sitting there watching Ronell pitch, and I at one point was like, "Are we about to get our second no-hitter from Ronell Blanco?"
What inning did they
Insane.
get a
I
hit?
mean, I think it was probably like the 3rd or 4th. It
Oh,
wasn't super far into the game, but at the same time, the way he was pitching made you feel like he was about to have that kind of game all over again. I mean, he was just incredible. He was lights out. He, again, like I said about Hunter Brown, he was pitching his ass off.
he was.
It was insane. It was awesome to see Ronell come in with this really incredible confidence and just throw strikes and get guys to swing on pitches. I mean, 11 strikeouts is nothing to just, scoff at by any means. He came out, he was just, oh man, it was beautiful to see him have that kind of game after he has had a little bit of an up and down time here recently. So for him to come in, hold it down, and truly just, have a really great game for this team on a day where they needed a series win, incredible. We loved it.
Christian Walker, 2 for 2, drove in 3 and walked 1.
Beautiful.
Junior Diaz got 1 hit today, 1 for 5, but he made it count.
He absolutely did.
3-run bomb. And Caratini went 1 for 4. Paredes 1 for 3, 2 walks. Pena 1 for 4. That's our guys right there. Walker, Paredes, Diaz, and Pena. No Altuve, no Jordan. And the Astros are taking care of business.
They absolutely took care of business. It was awesome to see some guys come through. Again, just to see, first of all, again, Ronell put them in the position to do that. And I was
Yeah.
laughing because the Astros for Mother's Day had pictures of some of the players with their moms on their Jumbotron picture
Mm.
with their names. Typically they just have a picture of the player and their name and whatever. And today for Mother's Day, they had pictures of the players with their moms, which I thought was so sweet. So I'm over here trying to take a video of Yiner's mom and his picture on the Jumbotron, and then he hits a 3-run bomb, which was
Wow.
incredible and awesome and exciting. So we love to see it. We love to see Yiner coming back into his own, because again, we are Maldi stans on this chat, on this podcast.
Yeah.
We love Maldi. But to have a catcher who can also hit is something that not all teams have. And for Yiner to start coming back, hitting some bombs, making some big moments count has been awesome. It's been awesome to see him coming back to do that. And I mean, you got to love it.
Yeah. Did you see how the Astros put the starting lineup out on social media? Leading off, number 3, Cecilia's son, Jeremy Pena.
Too
Third
cute.
base,
I love it.
Gloria's son, Isak Paredes. Julie's son, Christian Walker. Victoria, Lydia, Rachel, Lori. That's Jake Meyer's mom. Julie, another Julie, Stephanie, and Maria. That was cool. That was a good touch.
We love
Did
it.
they have hats did they have Mother's Day hats? Did they
They
do
did
that?
have Mother's Day, all kinds of Mother's Day stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, it was great. I don't The players were not wearing Mother's Day stuff, but I think they were selling it.
Really? They
So,
didn't do the
yeah.
hat?
No,
I get compliments on this Mother's Day hat every time I wear it. I'm not
I love
lying.
it. I
I
love
could
it.
be at the register checking out at Walmart.
People love the pink. I
They
mean,
do.
how can you not? We love it.
Love the pink.
I did buy the El Tiempo hat, though, let me tell you. Speaking of El Tiempo,
El
El
Tiempo
Tiempo
hat.
if El Tiempo would like to sponsor this podcast, we would not
Oh
hate
my
it.
god.
Imagine. Just
Let's
me with
get a
an El
hold of it.
Tiempo me with an El Tiempo margarita every single every single podcast,
You
just sipping
should.
on oh god,
I'm
I'd be
gonna
living
reach
the
out
best.
to them,
I mean, I could probably do that too. I'm
and
right
all they
here.
gotta do
They're
is
down the
provide.
street. Just
Oh
gi
my
just
god.
just give me El Tiempo margaritas
You know what they
in a
could do?
gallon.
They could give you a margarita once a week, and then they could give away a gift
Exact
card.
Imagine.
They could
Friends,
like, we're not
reach
asking
out to
for
El Tiempo.
thousands of dollars.
No, not even a little bit.
What is that called, bartering?
Little
If you wanna
little
barter,
20
you got
little
something to
25
give away.
little $25 gift card once a
Yeah.
month? Imagine.
If your
Beautiful, we
name's
will.
Kobo and you run a restaurant, I mean, if you wanna just give away a dinner for 2, you can we'll talk about
Hey
your
hey,
restaurant the whole month,
I
and we
mean,
don't even
drunk
get anything. That's how we
that's
are.
valid.
We're for the
That's
listeners.
valid. Drunk on El Tiempo podcast,
That would be awesome.
right? We do have a Brian in the chat who said, "Hope you guys are doing well on this Mother's Day," and then proceeded to say, "Drunk on El Tiempo podcast,"
Wow.
which imagine, I
Who would wanna
mean,
see me drunk? I drank 2 El
only could be.
Tiempos when I went to the World Series, and
Oh,
I drank them too
God
fast.
bless you.
I copied off your mother, and I drank them way too fast. 'Cause I got
No
mine in the
one knows
7th.
about my mother,
Oh,
Rob.
my bad. I got mine in the 7th inning, and my friend and his son was gone doing something, and they came back, "Where'd you get that at?" And I was almost finished with it, and I go, "Okay, let's go, I'll show you." And I'm like,
And then
"Might as
you
well
went and
get
got a
another one."
second?
So I
Yeah,
"Whoa."
of course.
Alright, I
See,
paid for that.
that's where you make the mistake is when you get the second one. That's when it hits you.
Yeah.
Although apparently, the Rangers ballpark now has no Tiempo, and I have warned my friends who live there. I said, "Godspeed on your journey. Also, love that you love us that much that you have Carbach and El Tiempo now.
Wow.
Like, if you wanna be us, just say that, that's fine." But
I
also
want someone to do this challenge. Go to Astros game and drink 5 El Tiempo margaritas, and
no,
I'll buy
we
you a
don't
Rams
no,
jersey.
no, no. Do not do that. That's a
Just don't
terrible idea. I'm gonna get as close
just
to the mic
don't
as
just
possible
don't
when I
drive
say this.
home.
No, I'm gonna get as close to the mic as possible when I say this. No one should ever do that. You
No,
shouldn't even drink 2 or 3. It's a problem.
2's the
No,
most. 2's the
2 is
limit.
the max,
And if
yeah.
you gotta spread them out. Like,
It
drink one
yeah,
early and drink one in the
you would
middle.
have to have one the minute the gates
Why
open.
are they so strong?
Dude, I'm convinced they're made with Everclear. I'm convinced. You can't tell me otherwise.
They're so
Convinced
strong.
because you don't even really taste it that much. So
Oh,
I'm convinced it's Everclear,
look at
and
Macho Man
yeah,
here.
I've taken 2 sips
Oh,
of
2
No Tempo
sips. I thought you said 2
Margaritas.
drinks.
Bri
Yeah. Wow.
See, Brian knows.
They're
Brian
strong,
knows.
folks.
They're strong, yeah.
If
So
you
anyway,
know if you know, you
if
know.
you know if you know,
That's
you
what we should
know.
have, El Tiempo. If you know, you
It
know, right? I you know.
that
What is it? They have initials?
IYKYK.
All right, we're going off the rails here, folks. We gotta
Sorry,
name
y'all.
our Ram
Anyway.
shirts. We gotta name our El Tiempo margaritas, players.
Just us picking players drunk. That's gonna be
Yeah.
the new thing. Can't wait.
All right. Position well, let's
Oh,
start
man.
with, ooh, this is tough. Okay, let's go with
We should just
position
start
player.
I was gonna say we should just go with pitcher because we
You wanna
both
start
know who it's gonna
pitcher?
be. We know who it's gonna be.
Oh, do you think we're gonna have Brian, and there's 2 people that could win a sticker today.
There are 2 people
Brian
that
and
could
Will
win a sticker.
Stradamus.
2 people.
If we get a trifecta, if we match on all 3 of them,
I
you guys
don't
are gonna
think we'll
win a
match on
sticker.
all 3.
I
I
think we
don't think
will.
I don't think so.
I'm pretty confident because these are some solid picks.
Yeah, I mean, mine are solid picks as well, but I don't think
Alright,
we're gonna
alright.
match. Anyway, carry on. Okay, first, pitcher.
Pitcher,
We know we're gonna
Ronel
match on that.
Blanco.
How do you go with anybody but Ronel Blanco, who pitched 8 innings, 2 hits, 11 strikeouts, 1 walk, pitched an absolute gem. I mean, Hunter Brown has been holding down the pitcher of the series for what, like 3, 4, 5 series now?
Every other podcast.
Like, I think it's been every podcast, to be honest.
I
I
mean,
mean,
sometime he's not on. Sometimes he
oh,
doesn't
that's fair,
pitch.
that's fair.
Every time he's on, I think
True.
he wins it.
Every time that he's on, he wins it.
He
But
probably won
Ronel
it even when they
Blanco,
lost.
honestly, probably. But no, Ronel Blanco was just absolutely incredible today. If we could see that Ronel Blanco,
2 sips.
oh, how can you hate it?
I keep thinking about this guy just taking 2 sips of the margarita. They're strong, dude. D Does Hunter have a great chance of winning the Cy Young? He sure does, but he plays
I
for the
think so.
Astros, but
Yeah,
he just keeps it
fair.
up. If he keeps it up easily, but he's gotta do
Yeah.
better than someone that has pinstripes on their jerseys, that's for sure.
Mhm.
All right, so we matched up.
Okay.
Position player. Who do you got?
I have Christian Walker.
We didn't match.
I know. I knew we weren't going to. Christian Walker went 6 for 10, 5 RBIs. He has just been showing up so
What?
consistently. Yeah. Christian
Really?
Walker had an incredible series. He has been just showing up lately, and he is looking like the Christian Walker that we expected him to be when he joined this team, which has been awesome to see. So exciting. I mean, he's just been phenomenal. So I picked Christian Walker.
Wow.
Did you
I
pick
must
Benya?
I must have looked at him wrong when I was
Did
writing down the
you
stats.
pick Benya?
I picked Yiner Diaz.
Yiner. Okay. I mean,
He went
still a
2 for
solid
4,
pick.
2 for 4, and 1 for 5. He went 5 for 13 with 4 RBIs, but
Still a great pick, in my opinion.
I don't know how I didn't notice that
Oh, yeah. He
because
was
I was writing all their stats
incredibly
down, but
consistent.
I don't know how I missed it.
Incredibly consistent this
If we get
series,
the
and
rows
I
together,
love
I'm
it.
gonna give you guys stickers because if I
That's
woulda
fair.
wrote this down right, I probably woulda given it to Christian Walker.
Yeah,
6 or
Christian
10?
just
He's
unless I read it wrong. No. Actually, I think I might have even done it no. No, I was right. I was like, "Okay, wait, no,
that's
no,
what I'm
no, no.
saying.
The math is right.
Yeah,
The math is there." No,
math is there.
he was phenomenal. He was just great this series, and I love Christian Walker.
I must because I write them all down, I might have just skipped over them somehow, and I might have just had him.
I mean,
I might
Yiner
not have had a stat for him one of the games,
still an incredible series for
so if
Yiner.
we
I mean,
match
I don't hate Yiner getting it either, you know?
no,
Okay,
I woulda
who was your
I
pick?
probably woulda gave Yiner the rose if I woulda gave
Fair.
Walker the thing. That changes everything.
Yeah.
But if we get
Walker
the rose together, I'm gonna give
was
you
good.
2 guys, Brian and Will Stradamus,
Ooh.
a sticker.
Let's see if we're giving a sticker away today. Who do you have for the rose?
I have Victor Caratini.
Oh, damn, we do not match. I have Isaac Paredes.
Mm,
Isak has just been silently one of the most consistent guys at the plate this entire season. I don't think he gets the credit he deserves because, again, a lot of what he does, he gets the walks, he gets on base, he gets a couple hits here and there. He doesn't strike out a lot. A lot of his outs are loud outs. He's getting the bat on the ball and he's getting an out. He was 4 for 11, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts over 3 games
dang.
in 11 at bats.
He went
Like
1 for 3
that's
with 2
yeah,
walks today.
yeah. I mean, he has silently been one of the most consistent guys that this team has seen this season. And I love like when he comes to the plate, I just feel good. He's one of those guys for me, where when Isak comes to the plate, I'm super hyped, super excited to see that he's coming up to bat, especially when guys are on base, because I'm like, he's probably going to get on base too. And if he's not getting a hit, he's probably getting a walk. If he's not getting a walk, he's possibly hitting it far enough to get a guy in.
Yeah,
Isak has just silently been, again, that consistent guy, and I don't think he gets the praise he deserves. And so that's why I have him as my rose.
yeah. I mean, if you have a guy on first and there's no outs,
Yeah,
and you drive a ball to deep center field and the guy runs to second, you move the guy over to second. There's really no stat that I'm gonna see in the box score for
exactly.
that,
100%.
but that's something he does. I mean, there could
Fairly
be some,
consistently. Yeah.
like, some huge stat metric that they have somewhere other than what I'm looking at, but he does stuff
Exactly.
like that too, so,
And he does, 100%.
yeah. Alright, so everybody is done today. You don't get stickers, sorry.
Sorry, friends.
And just an update, I still don't have Steffi's address, so the people at the game aren't gonna get it either. Alright, we got the
He's ready to
standings.
tell me when we're not on the podcast.
Oh, did I say
I'm
that?
gonna blame Rob.
I'll edit it out.
Just kidding.
Just
No.
kidding too, I don't edit nothing.
I
Alright,
know. I'm
Seattle is
aware.
leading the old Westeruski with the 22 and 17 record,
Westerooski.
but they've lost 3 games in a row.
Mhm.
Houston's 20 and 19, they're in 2nd place.
Second
4 and
place.
6. They won 1 game in a row. The A's are 21 and 20. They're also 2 games back. They lost today. Texas under 500. Gotta love it. 20 and
Mm,
21, 3 games back. 4 and 6 in their last 10, but they've won 2 in a row. And the LA Cellar Dweller, 16 and 23, 6 games back. 4 and 6. Listen to the West. They're having a rough go at it. 4 and 6, 4 and 6, 5 and 5, 4 and 6, 5 and 5. Nobody's really dominating. I think a couple
I mean,
podcasts
there really
ago,
is.
the Astros
There's no
had
team
better.
at this point that is truly controlling the West. It is a
No.
crapshoot. It really is.
Somebody could put like an 11-game win streak together and just
Oh,
separate.
easily, easily. And let that be us, please and thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate
Next up is the
you.
Royals. Oh, look at Tweet. You coulda got a sticker,
Tweet
Tweet.
tweets here.
Tweet is Happy
We
Mother's Day, Tweet. Tweet, Happy
love.
Mother's Day, Tweet. Love you, Robbie. What was I saying? Next up, the Royals. Do we struggle with the Royals at home as we do at Kauffman Stadium? I don't know.
Honestly, I don't know anything because I feel like last season, and me and my mom were talking about this the other day, we struggled so hard at home and did great on the road. And this season, it feels like the complete opposite.
Yeah,
Complete flip. We do great at home. We have struggles on the road. So I'm hoping that we have a nice, fun little series against the Royals while they're
yeah,
here. If we could sweep it, that'd be great. If we could at least win the series, I mean,
I'll take it
let's win a series.
against the
That's
Royals.
at the very least against the Royals. Yeah, would be
Are the
lovely.
Royals not our arch nemesis? They're our arch nemesis. I
They're
said it.
one of them.
They're our arch nemesis. They're just not our arch rivals.
That's fair. I like it. I
But that's
like
what I
it.
was saying. They should be because I'm getting tired of getting beat by them.
But they
But
never make
let's
it
look
far
what we
enough in the
got.
playoffs to be the arch
Yeah,
rival. That's the
let's
thing.
look what we got here. Monday, the game's at 7:10. Weird scheduling by the Astros, by the way. Oh
By
no, we're gonna be
MLB.
at yeah, we gotta go to Texas after this. So
Mhm.
Gusto is 3-1, 293. He's had one bad game against Waka, 2-4. 2-4 with a 2.98 ERA. That's gotta suck. And then Tuesday's Framber Valdez. He's 2-4 with a 3.94 ERA. And he's going against Bubik 4-2 with a 1.69. Maybe, just maybe, Framber will feel the competitive juices flowing going against a guy with a 1.69 ERA. He'll see what Hunter Brown did. He sees what Rono Blanco did. And maybe, just maybe, we'll get a great outing by Framber. And then games 7:10 on Wednesday also to be determined versus Lorenzen. He's 3-3 with a 3.57 ERA. These are some good ERAs by the Royals. These are some. I don't know who's going to pitch for us on Wednesday, but
Yeah,
could be Hunter Brown.
I've heard they're trying to push Hunter Brown to the Texas series to have him go against
Mhm.
one of their bigger guys. So, yeah, I think that it'll be interesting to see who comes up for Wednesday's game
Yeah.
and, how that matchup goes.
Well, Wisnaski didn't pitch in those games. Is he hurt?
True. I feel like I might have heard something. I don't remember. Um, we'll have to
Because
check on that.
Dubin is on the team now.
Yeah, Dubin is back, which is not awful. We don't hate it.
We don't hate it.
We don't hate it.
I'm trying to find if that guy's hurt because I don't remember
You and
seeing
me
that.
both.
Yours trying
Injury
to look for that
updates.
too? Yeah, I'm
Injuries
lost.
and transactions.
All right. So anyway, folks, while she tries to look for that because I looked for it and I failed miserably, we got 3 games against the Royals, who are 24 and 18. They would be winning our division. They're probably winning their own division, and it's going to be a tough series.
I have an update.
Okay.
Wes Nasty. Right elbow discomfort. IL date May 9th, but it was retroactive to May 7th.
Oh,
So
there you go.
15-day IL. So that is why Wes Nasty is not in the rotation right now.
So
Makes
that just
sense.
happened.
See,
There we go.
Brian coming in with all the info.
There's Brian.
Let's hope not, Brian. Let's
I
think
think his season is
positively.
likely over.
Let's hope not, man.
That would suck, big bry.
I'd be big sad. For real. I'd
So we got
cry. We
we
love
got 3 against
Wisconsin.
the Royals,
Mhm.
and then dun 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 dun. The team I can't stand, the Texas Rangers, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Do you not like them? I've never heard that before.
No, I don't like them at all. I haven't had any. I haven't had any arguments on the TikTok page. I really don't do
Well,
it that much anymore. I don't know.
mm,
I don't
whatever.
know. I just like doing this for now. I don't know.
We love
I never lose the desire to do the podcast.
that.
A, I love talking about the Astros, and B, I love talking to Steffi. And you saw that coming, didn't you?
Besties. Oh, we love.
I don't have any final thoughts because the final thought should be again, don't do what these people did.
Those
Lance
were my final
McCullers
thoughts too.
had a bad game,
Thank you.
folks. He
It
had
is a
a
game.
bad game.
It's a
Would you
game.
send death threats to Hunter Brown if he did the same thing? No.
Of course not.
Are you feeling Lance McCullers because he was out for 2 years?
Honestly, too. On top of that, Lance McCullers was such a piece in both of those World Series
Exactly.
teams. So to sit there and have that kind of reaction is just, touch grass, get help.
Touch
I
grass.
do. I have some final thoughts to
All
Reese
right.
Hoskins. I would like to send my deepest apologies for mispronouncing your names last podcast. I was by myself. I panicked. And not going to lie, I don't watch the Brewers nearly enough to know how to pronounce your name. So I apologize
There you go.
personally. I'm so
You
sorry
got
if
a
that
little
hurt your
Southern
feelings.
accent in that.
I feel like Reese was probably watching the podcast like, wow, she doesn't even know how to pronounce my name. So,
That would be
Reese, if you're
crazy.
watching today, I would just love to say I'm sorry. And I hope we can get past this, and I hope we can be friends.
Let's get past it,
And
Reese.
if not acquaintances. So, Reese, I'm so sorry.
His name's
That's
not
my
Reese,
final thoughts.
right?
Reese Hoskins. That's what I was told.
Is it
That's what I
Reese
was told.
Hoskins?
That I was told it was pronounced Reese.
One that looks like Royce?
Rice, like RHYS. Yeah. I was told
Oh,
it
yeah.
was pronounced Reese.
It is Reese, right? Reese.
Yeah.
Reese or Reese?
Reese? That's what
I
I
don't
was
know.
told. I don't know. I was told Reese. If I was told wrong, again, tell me how to pronounce your name. I don't want to be disrespectful. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Anyway, those are my final thoughts. Because my other final thoughts were about the Lance thing, and we already touched on that earlier. So
Yeah, I touched on it twice. So
We
we
did.
are going to close the show out with Brian's last comment. When you hear elbow discomfort, it usually ends up in Tommy John surgery. Let's hope not. I hate when we get new guys and we start falling in love with them and then something happens.
I would
'Cause
be
I love
so
Wes
sad.
Nasty.
We love Wes Nasty on this podcast. So
I'll
would
be
be
sad.
big sad. So
I'll be
let's hope
super
not.
sad.
Let's hope for the best and see what happens.
All right. I'm going to talk to Ram Shirts. I call him Ram Shirts. I don't know why. I did it
We
on
love.
the show. What did he say? Remember he was...
He said everyone calls him that. Everyone calls him Ram.
Yeah. So, yeah. You can still send your email to astrosbaseballpodcast@gmail.com. Except you, Ty. I'm tired of you winning. Ty, I'm tired of you winning. You're out, dude. No more winning for you. He listens and he emails me, so I know he's listening.
I love it.
He's been
I
listening
love it.
forever.
We're here
What a
for it.
great fan. I'm not a fan.
Shout
Fan
out.
of the Astros. Not of us.
Friend of the podcast.
Friend of the podcast.
Friend
Thank
of the
you.
podcast.
I'm so sorry that I said fan. That was
How
slipped.
dare you?
I know.
How
It sounds like...
dare you?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
We
Anyway,
don't think of y'all as
we're
fans. We think of
babbling
y'all as
again.
friends.
Somebody
As
be
always.
like, what's that Astros podcast with that guy and that girl? And they like ramble on forever. at
And
the
they just
end.
talk about really random stuff.
They talk about their days for like 10 minutes at the beginning. And you're like, come on, talk about the game already. What was that? Is that Astros baseball?
If you're here for the baseball content, sorry, you're probably in the wrong podcast. Just kidding. You're in the right podcast, but it's mixed in there, you know?
Yeah. We want to have fun too.
Exactly.
Hopefully you enjoy it. I have not got one negative comment. So
We love.
thank you guys so much for tuning in. And final thought 2.0, happy Mother's Day to all of you, my wife, my mom, my daughter, my aunts, everyone. I'm going to show you my Mother's Day card I made for my mom. It is awesome. But anyway,
Please.
go ahead. I'll see you later. I'll see you later, but we will see you next time on Astros Baseball.
Bye.